Okay, I've been asked to describe a little bit the Source ASEAN Full Service Alliance, or SAFSA program, that the ACE project is implementing in partnership with AFTEX, which is the ASEAN Federation of Textile Industries. Basically, the overall objective is to try to further integrate ASEAN's textile and apparel industry so that it can be more competitive globally. And to understand how you could go forward in the integration, you need to know a little bit about the textile and apparel industry. For over 40 years, it was under a quota system, which was outside the General Agreement on Tariffs and Trades, or the World Trade Agreement. That quota system was lifted in 2005. Shortly thereafter, the U.S. and Europe put on safeguard measures against China, where those quotas would still be in place until January 2009. So it's only been since January 2009 when the last vestiges of the old quota system are gone. So the industry is in transitions. It's sort of in crisis or in flux. It used to be under quotas, now it's free market. How is it going to work? A lot of things that applied under the quota system don't apply today. One of those things is the services. During the quota system, buyers, international brand name importers and retailers, companies like, say, Gap or Walmart or Guess, Benetton, the big brand name firms, ended up having to take on a lot of the services themselves. What services? Oh, sourcing the fabric, doing the pattern making, doing logistics, samples, those kind of things. Now that the quota is lifting, they want the provider, the supplier, to take on a greater role in providing the services. Now, we determined that virtually all of the services that I mentioned are available here in ASEAN, but they're not all available within a single firm or even within a single country. For example, Cambodia has about 300 garment factories, but it has virtually no textile mills. So a Cambodian factory cannot provide the most basic service of providing textile within its own country to a buyer. So the idea of SAFSA, the Source ASEAN Full Service Alliance, was to allow companies throughout ASEAN to become more integrated so they could provide that range of services to the buyers, which is what they're looking for today. So for example, a Cambodian garment factory could partner with a Thai textile mill, and together they could provide at least that basic service of sourcing the fabric and cutting, making, trimming the garment. So that's the basic concept of SAFSA. It's to partner garment factories somewhere within ASEAN with textile mills in ASEAN to provide a range of services to the buyers. Now, there's more services than those two basic ones, but if you have the garment factory and you have the textile mill can bring in the yarn, the spinner. They work with the yarn makers already. The garment factory can bring in a trims. The trims are buttons, snaps, zippers, those things that you add to the garment. So together, the partnership would be able to cover the full supply chain and offer a full range of quality textile and apparel to the international buyer. That's the basic concept, over the past year we have been sharing this concept with the companies here throughout the region. We have a number that have signed up and registered to become members. We have buyers, some of the top international buyers in the world from the U.S. and Europe have committed to participating in this program. And the next step is we're bringing the virtual vertical factories. That's what we're calling those factories and mills that are teaming together. They're virtual vertical factories. They're going to come together with the buyers in early June to form long-term partnerships that hopefully will put ASEAN on the cutting edge of today's textile and apparel industry.